Now, unfortunately for the black rhino, it is because of their horn that they've been heavily poached over the years. Hundreds of thousands have been killed for it, and in fact today there's only about 5,000 left in the entire world. As we continue on into the forest, keep looking all around you. Again, you never know what animal you can see at any given point in time. The animals that live out here, again, do have shared common personality traits. They're very quiet, very shy, reserved creatures. They don't like to be seen. So if you see something moving, don't be hesitant to point it out. Alright, as I'm looking around, doesn't look like I see any animals. That's okay. At this point, we're going to be exiting out of the little Ituri forest, and we're going to be headed into another part of our reserve. This next part of our reserve is known as the Safi River. Now, the Safi River has been a known location for Nile hippopotamus.
Are you going to see red Nile?
We might. Now, Nile hippos, when they're born, can reach up to about 85 pounds as a calf. However, when they reach adulthood and are a male, they can tip the scale at 5,500 pounds. Look to your right, it looks like it's feeding times. Now, hippos like to spend most of their time in the water. They can actually hold their breaths about 8 minutes at a time. Hippos are also very, very excellent swimmers. However, if they can reach alongside the bottom of the river, they will do so, which means, yes, they are as lazy as they look. If you look to your left, you're going to see an island of pink-backed pelican. Pink-backed pelican get their name for the colors that their feathers on their back turn pink when it's time for mating season, almost as if they're blushing. And right behind them, too, I do see a group of hippo. Oh my goodness, it's a bloat of hippo. Now, hippos are also related to cows, pigs, and whales. In fact, the name hippopotamus comes from the Latin, which does mean river horse. As you continue on downstream of the Safi River, who knows what else that we can find lurking in the waters below. And as we continue on, oh my goodness, I'm going to ask that you all please remain seated. This bridge is very, very dangerous because lurking beneath, I've seen this animal here before. Well, look to your left. It's the Nile crocodile. Oh my goodness. Now, a whole group like this is called a float. A Nile crocodile, they can reach up to a length of about 18 to 20 feet long. They can run to 10 miles per hour on land, and they have a jaw-crunching power of 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. So, I don't know about you all, but I don't want to stick around and know what that feels like. So, let's get out of there. So as we leave the Safi River now with the float of hippos and the float of crocodiles behind us, we're now going to be entering into an entirely different part of the reserve. This next part of the reserve is filled with an entirely different animal species, filled with an entirely different ecosystem. That, my friends, is the savanna grasslands. And speaking of different, if you take a look to your right, you're going to see an upside down looking tree. That is the baobab tree. Now, the baobab tree can reach up to a height of about 75 feet, has a diameter of 60 feet, can be quite resilient and live for thousands of years, withstand long periods of drought by storing water in its trunk, and actually remains leafless 9 months out of the year. Now we're coming into my mirror view of the entire reserve, the savanna grasslands. Now the savanna grasslands stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It's also the super highway system for all migrating animals of Africa. In fact, this is the wild Africa that we're trying to conserve. As we come on in, I want you all to take a good look around you, to your left and to your right. You're going to see an animal. You could see an animal with really, really long horns. You never know where they might pop up. And then look all the way to your right, all the way out into the savanna. You might see a tall-legged animal too, like a giraffe. Now you see the animals that live out here, they help make up its ecosystem. Now elephants, they can push down the trees out here, act like the bulldozers. So to your right out there, you can see that animal with really, really long horns. That's the Ankole cattle. We'll be getting close to them in a little bit. Ankole cattle, those horns are 6 feet long with a 20-centimeter diameter base. Those are the only domesticated that we have out here in the reserve. Take a look to your left, all the way out here, I see an animal with really, really long horns. That is the sable antelope. Now the sable antelope is very precious to us out here in Harambe. That is because it's on the official emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. They also have that beautiful reddish-brown coat. And yes, I do see a giraffe. Now, there are two kinds of giraffe out here. Where we have reticulated and Maasai. You can tell the difference between the two because of the patterns that are on their body. Excuse me. Yep, you're right, that's the reticulated giraffe. I can tell that because it's got a structured net-like pattern. In fact, the reticulated giraffe actually gets the same from the Latin, which does mean reticulata. Let me see if I can get a little closer to this giraffe. I think I can. Now, giraffes are the tallest land mammal. They can reach up to a height of about 18 to 20 feet long.
Oh, there's a good one.
They also have 7 vertebrae in their neck. That's the same amount that we as humans do too as well. Giraffes will also only sleep for about 30 minutes out of the entire day, taking 1 to 2 minute power naps. Look to your right out there, these are the Maasai giraffe. Okay. Well, we're just gonna move on. You can tell those were Maasai giraffes because of those jagged puzzle-like pieces that are on their body. Well, you know. As we look over to the distance too, I do see some white-bearded wildebeest. White-bearded wildebeest have one of the largest animal migrations in the animal kingdom. They're also called new for the Afrikaans word because of the sound that they make. New, spelled G-N-U. Look to your right, they're going to be surrounded by giraffe. We also have our newest member out in the reserve, our little baby giraffe. He's kind of hiding by mom right out there. Now, it looks like that we've come across a whole group of giraffe, and a group of giraffe is called a tower.
Tower, like a tower?
Yeah, just like that. Now let's see, as we keep going on in, I think we can get a better clearing of these animals over here. So let's just keep on going. And it looks like, oh yep, and you're going to see Patterson Zealand too, those animals with long horns. Patterson Zealand are the tallest antelope. At their hind leg, they are 6 feet tall. And from a standing position, Patterson Zealand can jump about 6 to 8 feet up in the air. Very tall. Yep, he's behind there. He's kind of hiding a little bit. Now at this point, we've reached the halfway point of the reserve. And I don't know about you all, but I think we're off to a very exciting start. Wouldn't you say? Yeah. So let's continue on in and see what else that we can find. Now, as we keep going on into the reserve, we're going to be entering in a place that's next called Monkey Point. Can anyone guess why? Yeah, there's monkeys there. Mandrills, to be more specific. Now, mandrills are a very, very social monkey, but then again, you never know where you can see a lion. Now, mandrills like to reinforce their social bonds every day by grooming each other. You can always also tell, too, the dominant males amongst the group because he will have the most vibrant markings of them all, red and blue on his face and throughout his body. And I think I do see them. They're kind of back here and right here and kind of in the corner a little bit. So they're all over the place. You will also know a very famous mandrill yourself. He's from The Lion King. Can anyone guess who that is? Rafiki, that's right. Let's keep going on in, see what else that we can find. As we get deeper and deeper into Harambe, and it looks like, oh no, the road is closed. Oh, that's not good. Maybe that's why. It's a bull male African elephant. Oh my goodness. I can tell it's a bull male African elephant because he's all by himself. You see, when elephants are born, they tend to stay with their mothers for about 13 to 15 years of age, and then they either go off and live on their own like this one's doing, or form small male groups called bachelor pads. Now it looks like I'm going to continue on this way, but if this guy's around, there's got to be others nearby, so let's keep going. And oh, this area looks very, very scary. Okay, it looks like it's taking us to a bridge. Okay, I'm going to ask that you all please remain seated. I'm going to have to go over this bridge. If you remember our last one, we had crocodiles. I don't know what to expect with this one. So I'm going to go over very, very slowly, see what happens. Okay, the bridge is rickety. That's not good. Okay, everyone, just remain seated. Remain calm. Ooh, that is a loud sound. That is a rusty bridge, and that is a long way down. Oh, please don't let me lose this truck. I kind of lost my last group. They're somewhere around here. I don't know where they're at. Oh, well. Oh, yes, we got off the truck. Let's get out of there. Okay, did this get us back on track? Are we back onto the reserve? Oh, yes, we are. Because I do recognize this area. Because if you look to your left and right, these are the red clay pits. They have ivory tusk markings in them, which means, yes, the elephants are nearby. Elephants like to take their ivory tusks, dig into the clay, and then eat the clay so they're able to obtain minerals and nutrients that they wouldn't normally receive in their normal diet of food. Now both the male and female African elephant both have ivory tusks. And unfortunately, it is because of their ivory tusks that they've been heavily poached over the years. Also, due to human encroachment on their elephant populations, it has caused for very dangerous living situations for both elephant and human. Therefore, if we can do better to educate ourselves, others, and support conservation organizations, can we do better to protect this species for years to come? Let's see as we continue on in, if I can get a better view of them over here. Oh, it sounds like we picked up a local radio station. So why don't we listen to some music while we look at the elephants?
That's on
Hey, take a look to your left, you're going to see an island of greater flamingo. Greater flamingo are the lightest of all the flamingo species. In fact, when they're born, they're actually gray. It takes them about a year of eating brine shrimp and other sea creatures with beta-carotene in them for them to get their coloring. Did you also know that a group of flamingos, as you're seeing now, is called a flamboyance? And flamboyant they very much are. At this point, we're going to be exiting one part of the savannah. We're going to be entering into another part. This next part of the savannah is known as white rhino country. And the white rhino is different from the black rhino in that they're bigger. Whereas the black rhino can weigh up to 3,000 pounds, the white rhino can weigh up to about 4,000 to 5,000 pounds. And as we come on in, it doesn't look like I see them, but I can tell from the